Today we are visiting a krump battle, and krump is one of the many dance styles that are out there, really, really popular and very successful style that you find outside of styles like hip hop, house, locking, popping. And a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to join her to go to Rotterdam and visit this call out battle. So, a call out battle is basically you as a dancer call somebody else out to come to the dance floor and battle you, right? And I already talked about the fact that wanted to go back into the dancing scene, go back to dancing battles here and there, ciphers, jams. So this was a great opportunity just to, just be a spectator, get back into the community, get the feeling back again. And originally I am not a crumper. I'm not, but I have a very strong connection to the music, the movement, and the principles of it. So I do connect and find a lot of things, objects, elements that I use in other social dances that I practice. But it's always great to see other people, to see old friends, to see familiar faces, also new faces. It's also a great thing because that means that the community is growing and there is more room for creativity and people's input. We can all learn from each other. All in all, it was a really great day. Nice, great venue. Looked very, very nice. Very good, very nice. It looked very good, and I enjoyed myself. Me and my friend were having so much fun. We were having a lot of fun, and we are always joking around, always going through some shenanigans. Always going through some shenanigans. So, as you can see, you see a couple of fragments. Here and there, you hear people scream and they are yelling, but don't be frazzled because that is just the way that people express themselves in this particular dance style is to hype people up, is to give them the energy and to let them know that they are doing something great. So here we're standing outside, and this is something that usually happens, right? After a battle, people are just hanging out, they're talking, we are kind of, flowing, vibing. As you can see, we're back with the shenanigans, and we're standing here and just moving around. Well, it was just a great day. I really enjoyed myself, and I will be back into other battles and, dancing ciphers and jams very soon. Rotterdam has been really good to me. What is up? What is up, y'all? Have one last look at this room. Cause you're about to change, okay? Don't look at the painting. This shit is not still not done, but um, it's gonna be the last time because I'm going to pack up all the stuff that needs to go to the studio. All right? The sooner, the better. And I'd rather have it done this week than any other day. So we got work to do, people. We got work to do. Bye. So it is almost 8:30. It's Wednesday today, and we are going to the gym. Now, I normally don't go in the evening, but um, gotta stay active. All right. So whenever you feel, or at least let me talk about myself. Whenever I feel like slackish, that is the perfect moment to go to the gym. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's get our butts outside. And this, another reason why I'm going today is because tomorrow is King's Day. And I believe most stores are closed. And it also goes for training facilities, the gyms. So let's get some workout in. Let's go. Now, you see, the mess already started. I just came from the gym, waiting here for the bus, and I already see the cops, ambulance, and even more cops, police cars just zooming by. And the only thing that I'm thinking is, I better catch the bus. I do not want to be in no mess on my way where we cannot get through. And eventually we saw that there was there was a fight somewhere. So that explains why the cups were there. But this is something that always happens the night before King's Day. It just does.
Okay, so here is a small update. I put my studio lamp here. I got my brushes, painting tubes, oil paint, my projector, a little bit of incense. You already know how I am, a little bit of incense. Check out this cup. For those who know, they know. The real subbies know. They already know that I got that cup. I still don't have a light over here. She's still missing. We're gonna work on her. We're gonna work on her. Listen, it looks pretty decent. That floor paint really came out the way it needed to come out. It's given. It's really given. I still have to paint a little bit over that radiator, but I'm gonna do that with a brush and not with spray paint because I almost choked on that shit. Even with the mask, I choked on that shit and the alarm went off. You see that alarm over there? That measures if there are toxic fumes in the area, so we're not gonna do that. So this is my little kitchenette. Yeah. So the thing that I want to do is basically remove this mirror and put a table that you can open up and down. I'm so sorry. I saw a spot here. I'm sorry. Oh God, getting distracted again. Oh my gosh. Put like a table that you can collapse open and also collapse back, so that if I don't need it, I can just collapse it back. But actually, I just want to have it open. It's like a shelf for coffee and my water cooker. There is a socket. So I have to put in a extendable socket that allows me to put more appliances to it. Not too much, of course, because we don't want to burn this shit down. I ain't gonna pay for shit for that. So no, I'm not gonna do that. And this is my water cooker. This is my portable carriage. I put now, soap, cleaning things in there. I'm gonna buy another one because look how easy this is. It fits right in that space, y'all. Right in that space, which is amazing. So I'm gonna put one over here as well. So I have two. So on this side, I'm gonna put the cleaning stuff, and on this side I'm gonna put like my tea, my coffee, packaged food like snacks, cookies, things like that. So I'm gonna put them over here, which makes it easy accessible, and also you're using the space really well. I'm on the lookout for a mini fridge. I do not want it to cost too much. Okay, just a simple mini fridge that allows me to have cool water, but also, if necessary, put my paint that I'm using into the fridge because it stays better in a cooler area than when it's hot. Over here, I don't know, maybe something. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it. It will come to me. I'm gonna remove these things and I'm gonna just put a hook on this side, a hook on this side where you can dry your hands, a hook over this side where I put these wiping towels, and here is just gonna be like soap, sponge, the cleaning bin here because I do not have hot water. There's only cold water, so every time I need hot water, I need to boil it. So here is my cleaning towel. It's efficient, still soap water. So that is really going to help me keep it all clean and neat. So this is going to be my small kitchenette, right? But yo, it really looks. It's a shame that I don't have a light over here because then you could really see. Yeah, you'll be able to see what you needed to see, but I think you can see it now a little bit more, right? It's really well done. I like it for what it needs to do. It did its job. It really did its job. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna place some canvases over here. They're gonna check and do another inspection this week. So I want to have a little bit more stuff over here. A little bit more stuff. So that it gets populated a little bit more. The canvases are, I'm gonna just, some of the canvases that I want to hang over here, I'm just gonna send them over here. Okay, we're gonna use a pickup service that's gonna send them over here. All right, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, not sorry, I'm not gonna do that. I see a person just looking at me from the other side. Girl, are we being expected? Let's see, because we can see that, right? Girl, I think we're being expected. But anyway, that's why I have these curtains. Oh, by the way, look over here. I have those clamps. I totally forgot that I had clamps somewhere stashed in a bag, so I'm really happy that I found them. It keeps them up. See, it looks a lot neater that way. It keeps them up. That is one of the props that I use for the paintings. If you know, you know. If not, it's from the paintings, the series called I Am Still King, right? So yeah, listen, I am ecstatic. I'm really, really happy for this. This looks really nice. Very good, very nice. So yeah, can't wait to create and have, you know, the podcast starting here again and do all other things. So I'm really looking forward to that happening. I'm really proud of how it looks. And I can also imagine like the table being here in such a way that it doesn't disturb me, of course. I am kind of looking for a table that you can collapse and just push away. Because if I'm gonna work here, that's a tight space working here. So I cannot put an all too big table over here. Cannot be too big, right? It cannot be too big, no. And also thinking about the fact that I need to place my canvases somewhere. So the canvases I'm gonna place, canvases that I'm using, right? I'm gonna place here. I'm also gonna place my easel over here. And we'll have a carriage where I can put the paint in there. So if that is going to be a gallery wall, maybe half of the wall using as a gallery wall, or like the top of it using as a gallery wall. But anyway, making it easy for myself to, if I need to, move away the table to the back, and if necessary, move the table to the middle. See what I'm saying? So that will help eliminate any space that I do need or do not need for the moment. And over there, I'm gonna put the shelves. I have 3 black shelves. I already talked about that, but you know, there I'm gonna put the shelves. And there I'm gonna put a light, a hue light, because I need my moods to work. I'm still an artist. So I need my moods, people. I need my moods. And for the rest, I need myself. I cannot wait for the summers to come. Oh, and definitely when the summers are coming, I need some airco. I will not be sitting here and just be all sweaty. Sitting with the open window and all sweaty. No. Right, because the summers can be hot. I have to figure out something when it comes to internet. Maybe purposefully, I might not put any internet here. I will just depend on my phone. Simply because it's a work working space. And that's it. Period. So I don't think I'm gonna do it. Right? I don't think I'm gonna do it. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. Okay, tidied the place a little bit up, organized it somewhat, allowing it to, allowing it for myself to be easy when I need my stuff. I was thinking about, I do have the cupboard, but now that I'm looking at it and stashing the stuff away, some of the stuff I do need to stash away, like in a smaller cupboard. So in that corner, I do think I'm gonna put a cupboard. And I saw one at IKEA, and I also filmed it, so I know exactly which one it is, what the price of it is, so I'm not too worried. And I'm also thinking about, like, outside here in the hallway, the wall is really damaged, but I do want to hang something over there. Not one of my paintings, but like a copy of the painting or something like that. I'm not gonna, or maybe nothing, right? Maybe nothing, but I do want to make it lookable. Is that a good word? Lookable. But it looks good. It looks good. It looks decent. It's not the prettiest, but it looks decent. This is not my spot. It's a temporary, this is like a spot that you can rent so that they can, have people sitting in it. So I also have to just move along with it. If this were to be my spot, trust and believe, the corners would be a little bit more finished off and things like that. You wouldn't have something like that there in the corner. That is an internet connection, and it's an opening for internet connection. But that piece of plastic, it's I don't know what's happened to it. I think it's broken or something. I didn't break it. Let me be honest, I didn't break it, because when I came in this place, they just took regular tape, clear tape. I thought they could just tape it against the wall. I was like, okay, people, come on now. That's not. So I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna tape it too, and maybe just glue it and be done with it. But I'm not gonna use it. All right, I'm not gonna use it. So we still need a lamp over there. The table, cupboard, a couple of other stuff, and my easel, my paintings, my canvases. I took my brushes with me, but looking at the brushes, as usual, per usual, we need more brushes. We need more brushes. But that's going to be quite all right. The main business for me was making it look presentable. And this is presentable. It's kind of hollow, but it's presentable. You can hear a lot here, so yeah. All right now. So the thing that I'm noticing right about now, is I do need to put like a rod for curtains, because now I see how bothersome it can be pulling down and pulling up those plissé curtains that I have right now. But I already said that was a temporary fix. Yeah, I already said that. So what I did, bam. What I did is I took some canvases. I took over from my home to this spot. Just to make sure that it's getting habitated. They will be coming by, the people that are renting this spot. Okay, this is taking me too much time. Where are my scissors? My scissors. Yes, got it. Let me put this to the side. Y'all can see me better. Yeah. So 4th of May, they're gonna drop by to see if everything is okay. Is it alright? Is it okay? Is it accordingly? How do you say it? According to, accordingly, according to? Listen, let me talk to you about something. There's a room next to this room available. And I don't know, for some reason, my mind is going back and forth about taking the spot and not taking this spot. Now you might be thinking, Marilfa, you just moved in this particular spot, right? Why do you want to take another spot? I have my reasons. I'm not gonna tell you yet. It's not because I don't want anybody next to me, but it's because I got an idea, right? And sometimes you just have to trust your gut. Your gut. You gotta trust it. You gotta trust your gut, y'all. You are on with the canvases. Just take them out. When working out comes handy. Y'all give me a moment. Let me just settle this all up. Okay, let me just settle this all up. Hola, good people. Come on in. We're now moving into the studio. Okay, congratulations. All right, party done. Party done. Okay, so we're moving in right now. Two things that I do find very important in this process of moving, and that is that we keep things in check when it comes to the expenses. All right, keep things in check when it comes to expenses. I already talked about the fact that I do have to move, quite some things from this studio to my new studio. However, not because the space is slightly bigger than the one that I have right now, do I need to, just fill it and crop it up with all types of ish. We ain't gonna do that. So I do need to have structure. Organization is still going to be of the importance. I want to go back to the point of expenses, right? Because I can understand that for people who are making that decision or have made that decision, you want to make it worthwhile your time, right? You do not want to afterwards be like, oh, I still need to do this, or I still need to do that, or my studio needs to be still upgraded in a way that I can work comfortably. What I know for me, but I definitely also know for you as a CNA, you don't know what a CNA is? Now you know. Say yes. Say yes, figure it out later, and create a framework that allows you to be flexible within it and how you can move within it. I, for one, do not want to be exaggerating costs and expenses of what needs to be in there and what does not need to be in there. As you can already see, the space is empty, like they say it here in the Netherlands, Costco. So it's just, you get the floor and whatever is in it, and that is what you, and the rest you need to do. All right, the rest you need to do. I'm happy that there are utilities, there's water, there's a faucet, and there's heating, there's light. That is for me, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. When it comes to making your place your own, your studio your own, I am not looking for things that are going to cost me an arm and a leg. Be creative, all right? And that is exactly what your girl is doing. A lot of the things for so far I have done by being creative, asking for help, asking my son, move some things over there, all right? Move some things over there so that I don't have to do everything by myself. I still have to hire a moving company so that they can move a couple of things from here to there. So that's still on the planning. Another thing, I was looking at the floor of the studio, and I got to tell you, she grimy. Yeah. If you have followed the process and you have seen me basically just paint the floor, which was such a, I wasn't even thinking in that direction at first. At first I was like, oh my God, I have to buy something for the floor. I don't know if it's going to be vinyl or whatever type of material I need to use just to make it presentable, because this, I cannot be working like this. It was just grimy. Le disgusting. And then out of nowhere, as I was sitting, I got my download that said, paint the floor. Paint the floor, which is a great viable option. That was the sound of me processing a video. People that have garages, you can do it for concrete floors, inside, outside. A lot of people do it. I was like, oh my gosh, that is such a great option. Because one, the investment, decent, execution, decent, easily. I still have some shelves here at my home that I have, either I wasn't using them anymore because I was like, okay, I don't have space, or I don't know what to do with it in my own home, and I just put them away, and I still have them. So listen, there is no need to be buying all complete new shelves. For what? Right? There are so many great ways of you decorating and making sure that your studio is the studio that you need without breaking the bank. And the reason why I also want y'all to think in that particular direction is because let that not be the next step while you're self-sabotaging. These are great ways for me just to keep it all on a level that is acceptable for me, but also allows me to, not undermine the space where I'm going to be working. And I don't want to undermine it as well. I don't want to treat it as, oh, it's just a small little space. Oh, my humble. No. Another thing that I want to mention here is that the reason why I like the flow of it, and this is something that I haven't mentioned in other videos, but like I already said, I wanted to document the process so that it becomes easy for you to see the practicality of imagining and visualizing things here and then bringing them to life in real life. Like in real life. Saying yes and then figuring out later allowed me to have inspired action. You have the thought, you have the inspired action, and then you move, right? The inspired action. What is inspired action? It is something that follows after you full-heartedly and consciously made a decision, right? You're not making a choice. You have choices, but you make a decision. Heard what I said? You have choices and you make a decision. So when you make a decision, you full-heartedly do that. Inspired action follows. There can be a nudge, right? A nudge that says, you might want to go into this place, or you might want to be talking to this person, or you might want to look into this direction. And you're like, okay, well, let me look into it. And bam, you find exactly what it is that you need. That direction feels good. The self-sabotaging thing would be you have an idea, you have a thought, and then before the thought can even progress, you already start thinking about everything that goes wrong. I talked about it in this particular video as here or here. Okay, one of the two. Here or here. You start to sabotage. You're putting the horse behind the carriage. All right, the horse needs to be in front of the carriage. You're putting it behind it. And that is where I know for sure a lot of people get stuck, especially creative and artistic people get stuck in there. We think too much of the risks that come after that because of failure. Not wanting to fail, not wanting to make mistakes. Things have to be perfect. It has to be going our way. But when you allow the thought just to progress, you just say yes to the thought and you go for the inspired action, and then it leads to it being into the reality that you are now living in and you're focusing on. It is a lot smoother. You will find a path of least resistance. I don't know how else to say it. It feels like a path of least resistance. While if everything else is the opposite of it, it ain't gonna work. Or it works but for a very short time. Or it works and it's not coming out the way you would like it to come out. That part. You're forcing it too much. You're doing too much. Sit down. Just chill. So when that happens, and you feel it as well, it's like a lot of frustration. It's like frustrating, and it feels like it's not coming out the way you want it to come out. That is when, that is the sign. That is the clue. That is the clue. The clue is you're doing too much. You're frustrating the process, and you're not allowing things to come to you, attract to you. That's the sign. That is it. And people, and I had it as well. Like, yeah, but I want it to happen. I don't want to be too late. That's sabotaging. When you do this, I don't know if it's going to work. That's sabotaging. When you do this, yeah, but that person said, that's sabotaging. When you do this, oh, maybe I need to look around for a better option. That's sabotaging. The inspired action that follows after you said yes, period, and not yes, semicolon, or yes, comma, that's the one. That is the one. That's the one. And it's not this earth shaking. It is not this earth shaking, head bumping, heaven and earth creating thing. It's very subtle. Sometimes it does feel like eureka. Sometimes it does feel like exactly like that. It feels like the eureka moment. But in most cases, it's just it's very subtle. It's just awesome. It's so nice to feel when you basically just get that part, and you also can compare it to previous actions that kind of worked, kind of did not work, or you were not specific enough, or you were just doing too much. I don't know how else to say it. Maybe y'all know how to say it. Put it here below in the comments if you know another way of saying it. I like to say you're just doing too much. Yes. Surinese people like to say, je make one lor ger. Huh? Huh? Je make one lor ger. It's not rustig, vriend. Yeah? Asa kombo. So that's what Surinamese people would say. Basically saying, but baby, you're doing way too much. You're doing way too much. Just sit down. Everything will be okay. So that is something I want to continue. And I like, it's in me. And we're not going to let it go anymore. All right? We're not going to let it go anymore. Okay? We're not.